Good morning. Welcome to the broadcast. I'm April Williams, and this is Daily Dose Live, dynamic direction for a successful life, your little espresso shot of wisdom to jumpstart your morning. So all week we're going to be talking about simple strategies to cope successfully with stress. So our greatest weapon against stress is our ability to choose one thought over another. That's a quote by William James. The greatest weapon against stress is our ability to choose one thought over another. So what is stress? You may say, April, what is stress? Stress is any change around you that requires your body to adjust and respond physically, mentally, and emotionally. So that's what stress is. Stress is any change that requires your body to adjust physically, mentally, emotionally. And the body is amazingly designed to respond and adapt to stress. Our body is able to maintain homeostasis in a variety of climates. But stress becomes harmful when it is continuous with no relief. That's when stress becomes harmful, when it's continuous with no relief. It's not stress that kills us, it's how we respond to stress. So how we respond is very, very important. And some of the physical symptoms that can occur when we have continuous stress. Stress can have profound effects on our body. So headaches, upset stomach, increased heart rate, increased blood pressure, moodiness, depression, low energy, aches and pains in the muscles, inability to focus, drug use, undereating, overeating. All of these can be manifestations in our physical body of too much continuous stress. So I want to give you some practical tips. All week I'm just going to be giving you practical tips on how to handle stress. How to handle stress. So one tip that I have, and it goes back to what I said in the beginning, your greatest weapon is to control your thoughts. Your greatest weapon is to control your thoughts. So first, identify your triggers. What are your triggers? What is triggering this cascade of stress? You know, it can be being plugged into social media. A lot of studies have shown that how much time you spend on social media is related to your satisfaction in life. So identify your triggers. If it's certain people that you're around that are extremely negative, that make you feel stressed, try to avoid those people. If you can. It can be plugged into too many news stories. If you're plugged into news constantly, that can increase your feeling of stress. But also, look at your thought patterns. Negative thoughts. If you have a barrage of negative thoughts, if you begin to feel stressed, identify those thoughts. Ask yourself, is this thought true? We have many thoughts that are not based in reality. Is this thought true? You can't erase the thought, but you can replace the thought. You can't erase it, but you can replace it. You can replace it with a positive thought. You can replace it with a thought that is looking for a good outcome. So when you have stress, you have a choice. You can think about two outcomes, the positive one or the negative. And a lot of times we choose the negative outcome. Well, what if the outcome is good? So focus on that. And ask, what is the worst scenario that could possibly happen? Sometimes we are thinking, oh, it's all terrible. It's going to be awful, the outcome. But think, what's the worst thing that can happen? Things are rarely as bad as they seem. Things are rarely as bad as they seem. It's so important to isolate our thoughts and to control those thoughts. Don't let your mind bully your body into believing that it must carry the burden of your worries. That's a quote by Astrid Alauda. Don't let your mind bully your body into believing it must carry the burden of your worries. Your mind is very powerful. Just one thought can direct your heart to pound in your chest, or one thought can cause your respiration to increase. One thought can cause your whole day to be steered toward worry and fret. Your thoughts are very powerful. So it's very imperative that you examine and control your thoughts. I know one freedom, and that is the freedom of mind. One freedom is the freedom of mind. You can't erase a thought, but you can replace it. So control your thoughts, or your thoughts will control you. You have the ability to choose one thought over another. So today, if you're faced with stress, if you're faced with, oh, I've got to hurry up and get to work, because what you're thinking is that I'm going to be late and it's going to be terrible and it's going to ruin this and that, think positively. You have the ability to control your thoughts. Your thoughts are what is guiding this feeling of stress. And that is your daily dose. Hey, join me all week. We're talking about just very practical tips on how to control stress. Many of us live completely stressed out lives. Our bodies, our minds, our emotions, even our relationships are suffering from the stress. And we need to control our minds and do practical things to walk in not a stress life, but a life of success. Hey, like and share today with at least 5 people that you know that need to hear this message. I'm also on LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. And hey, you can email me at mydailydoselive@gmail.com, mydailydoselive@gmail.com. I would love to hear from you, and join me all week. I'm going to have some very special guests on Thursday. More about that tomorrow. I hope you have a great day. Remember, capture those thoughts today. I don't want you to have a life of stress. I don't want you to have a day of stress. I want you to be successful. I'm April Williams, and that's Daily Dose.